It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see Brandon Ayuk. He's coming off a game where he cleared the century mark with ease, over 150 yards. It's the Vikings and the Panthers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And when you watch Corral play, you have to be impressed with just how fearless he is in any situation. Excellent in the pocket, accurate, ball gets out of his hands quickly. He also can break out and create big plays as well, often with his legs. A tough runner, a tough leader. This guy has big-time potential.
Throwing on the first play is Corral. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCoy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Going to do a bootleg. Here's Corral. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's got some space here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Corral. Over the middle, complete. It's McCoy. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Cam Akers,
his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. And the rushing numbers for Davis Price a week ago, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Wallace gets this one to Morris. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wallace. And that's going to be incomplete.
I want to see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14. Back to throw again. Looking sideline, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense, not forgetting looking backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackle. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Panthers hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
You see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They find some open field here. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. A first down throw here for Corral. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Third and goal. Here's Corral. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers would extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Wallace dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Wallace. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. The Cowboys locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Derek Brown providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their own 42. First down. Here's Corral with it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCoy. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And quickly they get to the line. On 3rd and 1, Corral. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Corral. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Akers. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run on first down with Akers. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them at it.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. That time a 9-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Off-play action. Wallace. And he drops it incomplete. And the struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
Touchdown, Vikings! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
13 yards, first down, Panthers. A give up the middle to Akers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Corral with it, first down here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Corral. He finds McCoy. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Corral. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how.
Touchdown, Panthers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Carolina scores to cap it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but We know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play. That means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Wallace. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's McCoy. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. On the give, this is Akers. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Corral. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McCoy. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Panthers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.